All right, 12s and 13s, we're going to go over TSW1 today, or at least part of it, where we're going to describe the daily patterns of the sun, the moon, and stars as seen from planet Earth. Now, we're going to start off with a question to begin today. Choose which one you think you see the most motion from every day, the sun, the moon, or the stars. What do you think? All right. So probably you might have picked the sun because we can see the sun come up in one direction and set in the different one. We can see the moon, but we don't really see it moving too much, right? And obviously the stars don't look like they're moving very much at all. So the sun, the moon, and the stars, I guess they move the most in that order. So when you look at a photo of the sun and the earth, which part of earth light and which part of earth is dark? All right. So obviously the side that's facing the sun is in light, and the side that's not facing the sun is in the dark. Right. And the reason why, there's a few reasons why, because the sun is fixed, but the earth is moving around the sun and rotating on its axis. Okay. One trip around this, one complete spin of earth on its axis is 24 hours. Right. So that's what we call a day. Right. Now from earth, from our perspective, it looks different. It looks like the sun is moving and not the earth. But in reality, it's earth that is moving and not necessarily the sun. Okay. So this animation will show us the path of the sun across the sky at any given time. So let's watch this. So the sun comes up in the east, all right, gets at its highest point in the middle of the day and sets in the west. And it's not a perfect path. It moves kind of in a semicircle, right? Let's watch it one more time. It comes up and take a look at the shadow, right? Good. So depending on the time of the day, the sun is at a different position in the sky. All right, when we say it's noon or midday, right, it is completely at its highest level. It's directly overhead. And sunrise and sunset, it's getting close to the what we call the horizon. Right? Now, stars path in the sky. Now, stars do appear to move to us because Earth is spinning as well. So if you took a time-lapse video, you would see something like this where the stars look like they're moving. Okay? Stars move, but very, very, very slow. What it looks like from our perspective, from Earth, is that they are moving. And that is because, like we just said with the sun, the Earth is rotating on its axis every how many hours? 24, right? So, as we know, for this one too, it depends on the time of year as well. Remember, in the summer, the days are longer, right? So the sun stays out more hours in daytime than night. But in winter, it's the opposite. The days are very short, all right? We'll learn more about that shortly. Now, the positions of the stars, most of you already know that we have these things called constellations. These are human interpretations of star patterns, shall we say. The stars are kind of in fixed positions, right? And over the course of human history, people have drawn symbols and given these patterns names. You probably are familiar with astrological signs, for instance, but astrology is not science. All right, astronomy is science, but astrology is some made-up stuff. So, anyway, moving right along. The moon's path in the sky depends on the month, right? So the word month actually comes from the word moon, right? A month is relatively close to how long it takes the moon to make one complete cycle of its appearance, So you've probably seen this before, right? I hope you've seen this before. You have a full moon, and then you gradually have less and less of that over the course of a month, right? So how many full moons do we usually have in a month? Usually one, okay? That's the first part we're going to do today. I'm going to stop right there, and you guys are going to watch a video that goes along with what we've been talking about today. I will put that up on Schoology shortly, okay?